how's it? Ruben here. Well, it's the 11th of April 2020, halfway through our 4-week lockdown, and I've just come out the lake to get some firewood. Selling firewood at the moment, so yeah, the weather's not the best, but still good enough to make that money. For those of you that are stuck at home on lockdown, I feel for you. I actually quite rapt that I get to still get out there and get out and about without seeing anybody and getting mixed up with that coronavirus pandemic. Anyway, I'm just going to video my day as I fill up my trailer with dry Kānuka, and yeah, hope you enjoy. At the start of the video, it's to see me doing a bit of housework, feeding the dogs and taking the rubbish, as we all got to do. But yeah, so I'm at the firewood place now, where I'll get my firewood and just get the saw sharpened up and everything going good, and then be able to get into it. So yeah, come along, and I hope you enjoy the day. The trailer will be filling up. Just a basic old 7x4, I think it is. Not the biggest, but I'll sell the whole thing full $250, so no one can complain, surely. See, with me, safety is a key when it comes to doing anything really, but especially chainsawing. So for boots, I prefer those buggers. I have normal steel cap boots and that, but just because I'll be climbing up that bastard of a bank there. All these trees at everything dry there I can take, but all these trees at the front are quite small, too small to be selling, and the ones right up the back there are big buggers, so that's where I'll be going. But the reason I choose these boots is just for, they got the spikes on the bottom, helps you walk on wood and mud, and yeah, they're safety proof when it comes to chainsawing. Then I've got the chaps, just quite a flash, nearly $300 for those buggers, but hey, when it comes to safety, you got to spend that money. I got the gloves, the helmet, and the saws. I do got a 660 at home, but it's playing up at the moment. Don't know what's wrong with it, so gonna have to do with those two. There should be any amount though. The axe and chains and whatnot, files, and got the whole bloody shebang, all the petrol and stuff on the back, so you can't say I ain't prepared for anything. I'll be climbing right up the top of my finger up there. Probably wondering why, but you'll see when I get up there, the stuff is just too small. And stuff at the back is, yeah, you want at least that big and bigger. You know, anything smaller, people are spending their hard-earned money on it, so I want to give them what they are wanting. So yeah, so I'll just get the saw all sharpened up and fuel in here and be a ways. Right, get into it. So you fellas probably guessed by now that I'm gonna have to get the wood from way the heck all the way up there, all the way down here, then onto the trailer. But as you can see, it's sort of flattish. I've been in here the last few days getting trailer loads, so it's not anything new to me. It's kind of good because it's all a real steep, doesn't look that steep, but it's quite steep. So as I throw it, it sort of just bounces all the way down, and yeah, gets close to the bottom itself anyway, so it's bonus in it, I suppose. Tell you what though, about these boots, man, the emission. Thing with Carnica, trunks are always a good size, but it's usually only, I don't know, 1.8, 2 meters up the trunk. That is a good size, and then all the tops just sort of good for fires. Man, I'll still burn it, but when it comes to buying firewood, you don't want a trailer getting dropped off with little twigs and whatnot, so I do my best to get the bigger stuff, and happy customers at the end of the day is what you want. So yeah, so I'll keep on climbing up this damn mountain and start chopping. Wow, pretty good crack of a tree, it's not too bad. You see, it's not the biggest stuff up here, but it's dry as a bone, and sellable. So I'll chop this bugger up. And just like that, it's one tree down. Probably won't even cover the bottom of the trailer. Can get a lot more off that trunk too. I'll be doing that. But as you see, I just cut into lengths. Easier to get it to the trailer in lengths and then cut it up. And then yeah, we'll carry on with quite a few big trees around here, so should fill our trailer in no time. Well, I've dropped a few trees now. Next I'm going to pick that bugger there. All those trunks look good size for selling. Also these buggers up here are pretty good. So yeah, I'll just cut all these down, cut them into lengths. That one there's green at the top. I can take the green stuff too, but it's pointless. Just let it die first. As you can see, there's plenty of wood here. It's just hard to see on the camera what's small and what's big, but a lot of it's actually real small. Dry, but real small. Getting there though. In the pile now. Got to carry all these lengths right down to the track. You can sort of see a bit of white through those trees right in the middle of the screen. Not really, but alright, carry on the mesh. So a whole lot of wood I'm leaving, as you can see, but not to worry, I'll be back on a day to get my own firewood and cut all that up. The tops there are good for kindling or getting your fire started. So yeah, get in there. Sort of got the idea to put a video up of just what I do, just because usually I would be doing this with a couple of mates, or I don't know, but a company, I suppose. No, I wouldn't say that, but yeah, just because I know a lot of you will be at home bored, wondering what to do, you know, used your yards to their full potential already, so I thought I'd chuck up a little something just for you to watch. You know, some of you might not have been out the Lake Waikaremoana before, and as you can see, it's just a beautiful area to be. fresh air. It's just a bummer we can't hunt or fish. But that's alright. Another thing you can do if you're bored is jump onto old Play Toy Stories channel. Man, he's a dag to watch. Been watching him hard out lately, just on his little snap vlogs, as he calls them. And yeah, it's a crack up how he keeps himself entertained every day. And people like him, you know, get you motivated to want to get out there. Well, got me motivated anyway when I first started watching him. At the start of the coronavirus, man, my yard was a total mess. Keep saying I'll clean it and never got around to it. And just watching a couple of his videos, I don't know, just some reason gets me motivated and makes me want to get out there and bloody do something. So I already knew I could still sell firewood. It's essential to have heating in your house, and gas bottles are always low and worry. So, but yeah, man, it's, I don't know. What do you fellas reckon? This coronavirus is something? I mean, I'm only 28 years old, young gun. Haven't bloody been around long enough to say that I haven't witnessed anything like this before. Well, I haven't, but I mean, my old lady, she's in her mid-40s and she's never witnessed anything like this. So it's definitely a one of a kind pandemic that we shouldn't be taking lightly. And I know a lot of you probably thinking, what are you doing out? You should be at home. Well, I've been at home. It's just these odd days I come and get firewood. Don't see nobody, as you can see. No one around. Just me, myself, and the farm. And yeah, bloody freaky. That's all I could say. But Clay keeps saying this is something that we should enjoy. You know, like, should, I don't know, just make the most of it. Spend it with your family, your kids, because, you know, once it's all over, the big rat race starts again and everyone's out about trying to get here and there. And take this time. 4 weeks is all it is. We've already been through 2 pretty much, so we don't know if it's going to be longer. Sounds like it's getting better, so hey, take this time and enjoy it. I know I certainly am, every bloody minute of it. But man, I just can't get over this view. Fellow that owns this farm, also what I'm standing on now, I've been doing work for him, and I sprayed all that stuff in there. And over here I've sprayed quite a bit for him. I've been cutting up giant trees for him right at the back there. And good fella, if he does watch this, if you do watch this, mate, you're a good gun. I mean, he let me help myself at this wood. So yeah, it's a bit of a yarn on coronavirus and how it's affecting so much people. I know a lot of people won't have the opportunities I have. You won't have, I mean, just a lot of you don't have the assets that a lot of people do have. You know, and I feel for you, because as much as you want to enjoy this time, you can't. But hey, it's always light at the end of a dark tunnel. And keep positive. It'll all pay out for you in the long run. Man, there's a lot of goats around here the other day. Hoping I see one. Got the 22 in the truck. Actually no, I'm not going to shoot one on here because I'm not allowed to. It's a good bloke that I work for, so I'm not going to go pinging his ghost, but there's plenty on the way back to town. And save buying dog food. I mean, possum's the best, as Mr. Tour Stories would say, but I know that's true, but my possum line is currently not in use because of this coronavirus. But anyway, I better stop yakking and get my ass into G. Well, just put the old saw down to fill her up, and now I'll get all that wood that I've cut down here and cut it up and see how much it is. And on the trailer, probably won't be much, but I'll get back up here and cut some more. Yeah, she's not easy bloody yakka. But hey, making 250 in one day, can't complain with that. Man, done 2 loads in one day before, and 500 in one day, holy shit. Felt like I was making a good pay then. Of course it doesn't last forever, winter's only so long, but summer's actually when a lot of people buy, which is the onto it buggers that you don't want to store it and be prepared for winter. But you still get a lot of people that start of winter, when winter gets cold and people are starting to freeze, and then they start panicking about getting wood. And I mean, I'm not moaning or complaining because I'll say anything bad about that, but it's money for me, but it just sometimes pays to think about getting it early and being prepared. Isn't it a beautiful place out here? Just down over here, seen a deer. Look like a little spiker running up that little hill there. Oh man, makes me want to shoot it, but the old boss owns this piece of land. That wouldn't be very good, would it? But anyway, this big shambles here's the wood that I've cut so far. I've chucked it all down there, get it down to the trailer, cut it up and get it sold this afternoon. See, that's a decent size, you know, pretty much as small as you want to go. There, selling firewood. Any smaller than that, you sort of, well, you're ripping off the customer really, but I do have smaller stuff in there, as you can see, but that will be for my own fire. Well, carry on. Well, that should do for today. Bloody hard yakka. I've got half a load at home already on the ground, so I can top this back up just to fill it up to the top. Do not forget that. Yeah. This is called the screen cleaner. It's just a big machine. All the lake weed flows down this end of the lake and then it gets picked up. Big rakers, can't really see them there, but top of my finger there are long rakers that picks all the lake weed up and drops it onto this belt, brings it up into this little pile here. if you're wondering why the lakeweed's flowing down there, you can sort of see the current. The reason there's a current there is because there's part of the power station down below us, Perry power station actually, and all the water's going through here down underground through big tunnels and going down to the power station. That's why the lakeweed ends up down here. There's plenty of fish in there. My father actually used to work on this back when it was manually operated, and man, he used to catch the fish because they used to get stuck up against the grating. You can sort of see the big I don't know what you would call those, chains I suppose. Just every now and then it turns on by itself and cleans out the weed, lakeweed. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Just sort of filmed what I could. New to all this filming stuff, so it's probably a bit iffy, but I hope you got to see the hard jacker I got up to today. Time's getting on now, it's getting dark as you can see, and I've just got to head back to Oral and go visit Uncle Fridge, see if he's got any coldies. Yeah. Oh well, hope you've enjoyed, and until the next time, ciao.